A material.
Fuck who you thought it might be. Knew the day I did it, I would do it on the nightly. Flows finally getting credit, shows highly recommended. But anything you want, I know somebody who can get it. You won't find me where I'm headed. See them while you can, I'll be exiting the bank before they realize the plan, cause the family deserves this. A man feeling worthless, sure as shit gon' quit if he can't see his purpose. But earth is in my clutches now, nothing's out of reach. Liquor store complaining, I ain't come around in weeks, yet the buzz somehow increased. 100,000 sheets in a flood of blood, sweat and tears running down my cheeks, made my troubles drown in peace. I'm riding on a wave of luck, wiser if I gave it up, and mighter if I gave a fuck. Last quarter lost a couple dimes, but I made a buck. She ain't really minds if you pay enough. Furthermore, pussy on pause cause the hustle's on rewind. Breakfast in the shower, I don't got a lot of free time. Dinner all alone while I'm sitting on the throne, cause there's two kings in this town and one is on a street sign. And let the weak shine, and let the foolish talk. I assume everything's a lie till they prove it's not. If you was taught what I know, you'd have gotten my role. Usually whoever holds the truth brought the blindfold. So salute your rival and shut your stupid pie hole. I don't live longer by reducing your survival. I'm Confucius on a vinyl, Hendrix in the basement, Che in Bolivia, except with medication. Respect the reputation. If records sold for ramen nights, I'd have went diamond twice and spent it on private flights. I was 17 with side bitches getting high as kites. Imagine where I'd be if I had listened to the right advice. A victim of a prior life, click was in all kind of fights. Guns, knives, sometimes I miss them old violent nights. Now the scenes, vines and memes, post some shit, buy some likes. Guys like me don't fit in with them cyber types. Furthermore, maybe if you paid some dues, motherfuckers, you wouldn't have to pay for your views, motherfuckers. Confused motherfuckers. A million fake plays and it's you on stage in front of two motherfuckers. Congratulations, you're huge, motherfuckers. Enjoy being famous in your rooms, motherfuckers. You could shoot the Pope off a Macy's Day float and your face wouldn't make it to the news, motherfuckers. Delusional suckers, desperate for attention. The more I feel they need it, the less they get mentioned. Your whole rap persona is an excellent invention, but a myth's never better than a legend. Furthermore, yeah, we both out here trying to make ends, but I'm trying to make art and you trying to make trends. And I could care less if what I'm trying to make blends, cause the rest ain't even trying to make sense. Furthermore, I ain't about trying to make friends. Furthermore, I'd rather sip rye and take M's. Furthermore, you struggle every month and keep coming up with junk, and I barely even try and make gems. Furthermore, inspiration for this game is getting hard, so I appreciate all the hatred for the squad. It's amazing you're a fraud and they're praising your facade, but the date's been arranged for the changing of the guard. And you're aiming for the stars, but the skies is the limit. That verse might've worked if your rhymes wasn't in it, so don't act surprised when I get mines in a minute, cause I gave you guys enough time to rise and you didn't. Furthermore,
all right. That was Furthermore with that guy, Adam Bomb. Bomb was in the building last week. I guess last week with us. And if you guys haven't had the opportunity to check that episode out, please do so. How, one might ask? Well, very simple. Go to the YouTube channel. Go to the SoundCloud. Look us up on iTunes. If you've sold your soul and some other physical body parts to purchase the iPhone 8 or the illustrious 8 Plus, then you can also find us on iTunes, like I said. So what you're going to be searching is The Ignorance Is Free. All right. Make sure you search The Ignorance Is Free with the Z on all of those platforms, and you can actually check out the last episode. So in case you haven't figured it out, it's your boy Chris. I'm in the building. I'm flying solo this weekend. This is the Chop Up episode number 24. Don't forget to follow me on my social media. You can follow me on Twitter at I'm Chris Green, all one word, and you can follow me on my Instagram. That's The Ignorance Is Free with a Z. All right. Now, here's the thing. I get a lot of comments about my Instagram page. People think the stuff that I post is offensive, and that's fine. You're allowed to to comment on it. My Instagram page, it's not private, so I put it out there for the world. So you should have the right to comment on it, right? But I also have the right to say fuck you and to continue posting what I want. And at the end of the day, if you don't like what I'm posting, just don't go on it. Like it's that simple. Like I never, was able to grasp that concept. It's like when you're driving. First of all, if you're driving, your eyes should be on the road, but that's, besides the point. But it's like when you're driving and, there's an accident. Like, why the fuck are you staring at the accident? Brains is all over the floor and shit. You're staring at that. You should be focused on the road. So that's what I'm saying. Now, I'm not trying to compare my Instagram to a car accident. Well, maybe I am. Maybe I am trying to compare my Instagram to a car accident because it just might be that. Now, with that being said, there's a lot of shit going on in the news right now. You guys, no doubt, heard about Harvey Weinstein, that sick son of a bitch, raping any and everyone and anything. There's something floating around right now online. I heard that he stuck his penis in a squirrel. Now, I don't know. I didn't fact check this, but I'm putting this out there to you guys. I want to know if this is true. So do leave it in the comments and let me know if Weinstein had sex with a squirrel. I believe it. Now, what I don't believe is this crazy bitch, Lindsay Lohan. Check it out. This is what Lindsay Lohan had to say about Harvey Weinstein.
Hi, this is Lindsay Lohan. Hi, I'm in Dubai. I'm home. And I feel very bad for Harvey Weinstein right now. I don't think it's right what's going on. I think Georgina needs to take a stand and be there for her husband. And he's never harmed me or done anything wrong to me. We've done several movies together. And so I think everyone needs to stop. I think it's wrong. So stand up.
I think everyone needs to stop. I think it's wrong. So stand up. What a horrible fucking accent. And I mean, let's talk about the obvious here. Who turns to Lindsay Lohan, for commentary on anything? I mean, she's fucking crazy, right? Now, here's the thing. Like, the fact that, like, she would stand up and her argument is he never did it to me, so I don't believe it. So what? It never happened. Now let's talk credibility here. Now, first of all, there was a laundry list of women that came out against Weinstein who said that he fucked with them. And one of those women is Angelina Jolie. Now, she's a little bit crazy, but I mean, come on, sliding scale, right? Now, who are we going to believe? Angelina Jolie, who pretty much everybody thinks is the next fucking Mother Teresa, or Lindsay Lohan from fucking Mean Girls? Like, let's be for real. And the other thing, too, is I can't help. I'm sorry. I got to tie this shit back to race. Because to me, this is some, not all, but this is some white shit. This is some white people shit, man. Talking about Lindsay Lohan. Like, Lindsay Lohan's argument. Niggas is getting shot by the cops, unarmed or carrying legally, since before forever. Right? It's on videotape. You can see the shit. And white people still don't believe it. They're like, well, it's not happening to me. So, I guess it's not happening. Or if it is happening, the cops have a reason to do it. So to me, this is some typical white people shit. Now, the other thing is, I'm not saying it's right, but I don't really know why anyone is surprised by this. Like, there's a lot of fucked up shit happening in Hollywood, and this is just one of them. Like, this is one of, like, what do you think? Like, that whole thing about fucking the producer or the director to get a part? Like, what do you think? That was just a clever little thing to throw in a movie? No, that shit is real. That has been happening forever. It should stop, but it won't. Like, okay, Terry Crews. If you guys don't know who Terry Crews is, he's the big black dude. He was from fucking Friday After Next. He's currently in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. A big black dude. He was on his Twitter and he tweeted that he went to a Hollywood party with his wife, man. And some producer, this little white dude, grabbed him up on his balls. Like, literally was fondling Terry Cruz's balls in front of his wife. And Cruz was like, I was going to fuck this guy up right on the spot. The only reason why I didn't is because he thought about how it's going to look in the papers, right? A big black dude fucking stomps the shit out of, small white guy. Like, that's not going to turn out good. So he just said he got pissed, whatever, said a whoosah, and he left. But the point that I'm trying to make here is this is Hollywood, man. This is the shit that actually goes down. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I mean, personally, I think it should stop. Is it gonna stop? I highly doubt it. The other thing about this Harvey Weinstein thing, which I think will be dope, I don't know how true it is, but I'm gonna put this out to y'all. Y'all let me know. Jay-Z's supposed to be buying Harvey Weinstein's stake in the company. Maybe? You think that's gonna happen? Jay-Z shows up. Imagine that. You work for that company. You go to the boardroom meeting on a Monday morning, 9:00. You live in your nice white privileged life. And a nigga shows up talking about we're going to make some more Madea movies and shit. Probably not. Anyways, with that being said, man, let's get into a little bit more music. I'm a fan of music still. A track that I'm actually really interested in listening to right now is this Tommy Spitz record. He has this record called Help Me with Starang Wonder. Let's jump into that and then let's talk about some more white people, Eminem. But in the meantime, let's listen to some Tommy Spitz and Starang Wonder. Help me!
God forgives and Rick Ross doesn't. Life is good for Nas and y'all don't know me from nothing yet.
It's been a long time coming. God forgives and Rick Ross doesn't. Life is good for Nas, I still got time to get on detox. Tell the doc I need a spot like I need these chops. It's Greeky rock like ZZ Top, but keep it street hot with a style like no other. Got back my soul brother PD Rock. I got raps and my flows butter. Just feed me beats to knock like witnesses. Then sit and witness me murder these whack MCs. Include they team cause I don't leave no witnesses. Cause my fucking beard's sticking out. Tell Stolly his is awesome. I never had a problem being me and doing what the fuck I feel. I'm Godson. He'll be with me when my time comes. For now I'm on my grind. I'm trying to climb up from a bottomless pit. I call it that cause I feel trapped here like a Chilean miner. But that's minor. This is where I started the underground. I'm a star around here. These dumbed down clowns don't get no shine around here. They die around here. That shit don't fly around here. We get fly but keep it all the way gutter. I'd rather struggle than suck dick to come up. These motherfuckers getting deals ain't really ill. They just willing to get bum fucked. And that's real. I ain't trying to be nothing else. I'm trying to be somebody else but myself. I'm me. All I'm trying to do is eat and get this nut out the shell. It's been hell. So now I'm reaching out trying to get my brother's help. I asked them like this. Just like this.
Brother, help me. Help me, please. I don't understand. But I need help.
Hey yo, Billie Jean is just some girl, she ain't my lover. Tommy ain't my motherfucking boy, he my brother. And he ain't gotta say please, cause if he say squeeze when I say squeeze, then say cheese. But the only thing we pose for is the covers, cause wherever we go, the hoes gon' love us. I laxed when I came home, I ain't do shit. Got with Spitz in the booth and I do this. 2K12, y'all know what this about. I was cool, it was y'all niggas missing out. They did it that way, I went a different route. Now when they see me in the streets, people listen out. Starang one, you know the main gun. Boot camp, mag force, yo the same one. Elevating, no top, y'all remain dumb. Nigga, that's where I came from. But tell Tommy, hell yeah, all his hoes can roll. But keep them under control, cause I'm on parole. Me and T are ducking phone calls from the P.O. Sarah knowing back a day, they don't need to know. Them niggas always wanna listen what them bitches say, but they ain't listen when a nigga told them this away. Bezo and Bad Vibes died, they would always ride. I talk to them, kneel down, look up at the sky, close my eyes and
All right, that was Tommy Spitz and Starang Wonder with help me. Don't forget to go to his Bandcamp and download that record and also share it. The Bandcamp is tommyspitz.bandcamp.com. So now I'm a little late on this, and that's fine. I take my time, which I probably shouldn't, but either way, well, let's talk about the Eminem freestyle on BET. Now, I'm going to play a little bit of it, and then we're going to jump right into that. Fuck it, I may play the whole thing.
It's the calm before the storm right here. Wait, how was I gonna start this off? I forgot. Oh yeah. That's an awfully hot coffee pot. Should I drop it on Donald Trump? Probably not, but that's all I got till I come up with a solid. Got a plan and now I gotta hatch it like a damn Apache with a tomahawk. I'ma walk inside a mosque on Ramadan and say a prayer that every time talks, she gets a I'ma stop. But we better give Obama props, cause what we got in office now's a kamikaze that'll probably cause a nuclear holocaust. And while the drama pops and he waits for shit to quiet down, he'll just gas his plane up and fly around till the bombing stops. Intensity's heightened, tensions are rising. Trump, when it comes to giving a shit, you're stingy as I am. Except when it comes to having the balls to go against me, you hide them. Cause you don't got the nuts like an empty asylum. Racism's the only thing he's fantastic for. Cause that's how he gets his rocks off and he's orange. Yeah, sick tan. That's why he wants us to disband, cause he cannot withstand the fact we're not afraid of Trump walking on eggshells. I came to stomp. That's why he keeps screaming, drain the swamp, cause he's in quicksand. It's like we take a step forwards, then backwards. But this is his form of distraction. Plus he gets an enormous reaction when he attacks the NFL, so we focus on that instead of talking Puerto Rico with gun reform for Nevada, all these horrible tragedies, and he's bored and would rather cause a Twitter storm with the Packers. Then says he wants to lower our taxes. Then who's gonna pay for his extravagant trips back and forth with his fam to his golf resorts and his mansions? Same shit that he tormented Hillary for and he slandered, then does it more. From his endorsement of banning support for the Klansmen, tiki torches in hand for the soldier that's black and comes home from Iraq and is still told to go back to Africa, fork and a dagger in this racist 94-year-old grandpa who keeps ignoring our past historical deplorable factors. Now if you're a black athlete, you're a spoiled little brat for trying to use your platform or your stature to try to give those a voice who don't have one. He says you're spitting in the face of vets who fought for us, you bastards. Unless you're a POW who's tortured and battered, cause to him you're zeros cause he don't like his war heroes captured. That's not disrespecting the military. That. This is for Colin. Ball up a fist. And keep that shit balled. Like Donald the bitch. He's gonna get rid of all immigrants. He's gonna build that thing up taller than this. Well, if he does build it, I hope it's rock solid with bricks. Cause like him in politics, I'm using all of his tricks. Cause I'm throwing that piece of shit against the wall till it sticks. And any fan of mine who's a supporter of his, I'm drawing in the sand a line. You're either for or against. And if you can't decide who you like more and you're split on who you should stand beside, I'll do it for you with this. The rest of America, stand up. We love our military and we love our country, but we hate Trump.
All right, so let's just jump right into it, okay? Let's just talk about the freestyle. I like the beginning. Okay, like the first maybe 40, 50 seconds, fucking a minute. I do like that part of the freestyle. I also like the end. The reason why I like the end so much is because, well, Eminem's white and he knows that a lot of his fan base is white. And he also knows, or at least he's smart enough to assume that some of his fans probably fuck with Trump. So I like how he ends the freestyle because he's basically just saying, look, if you think that you can like me and Trump, that's not going to work for me. You know what I mean? He like he said, he's drawing a line in the sand. And what he's like, what I'm seeing when he said, like when he was closing off that freestyle, is he's basically saying, look, if you come up to me, like I don't give a fuck if you buy my CDs, I don't give a fuck if you buy tickets to my show, VIP, all that shit. If you come up to me and ask me for an autograph, Tell me that, I'm your biggest fan. I got all your posters. I'm the living stand, basically. But if you're wearing a Make America Great Again hat, I'm going to punch you in the fucking face. He's basically saying, I'm going to make the decision for you. You don't get to be a fan of me and Trump. It's pretty much what he's saying. I don't know if he could do that shit. Can't tell people how they can feel. You know what I mean? But I do like the fact that he's drawing a line in the sand in that regards. Now, the bulk of that freestyle was garbage. I'm sorry. That freestyle was shit. It just was. I'm from when I got first introduced to Eminem, I started hearing his freestyles. You know what I mean? The freestyles. You guys remember that shit? If you don't, YouTube Eminem freestyles, Wake Up Show freestyles, all that shit. That's what made me say Eminem is a dope lyricist. After the freestyles came the battles. Dope lyricists, right? Like, you heard all the punchlines he was using back in the day. The freestyles were lit. Like, the content was dope. You just never heard anything like that before. It's kind of off the wall. And then, Infinite. That album was sick. The Eminem, what was it? The LP? I think it's like the first one with the pill on the front. His first album on Aftermath, classic, dope storytelling, and then pretty much almost the entire album was storytelling, and then it was all pretty much battle raps for the rest of it. But the point is, it's wicked punchlines. This nigga did Girls, that diss to Limp to Fred Durst. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't fuck with him when he comes to the battle, and he always comes with a sharp pen. So I guess the reason why this freestyle is such a flop for me, you could feel different about it, is because I know what he's capable of. And in 2017, with so much going on, and everybody kind of wanting to say fuck Trump, and everybody does say fuck Trump, but really, he ain't hearing that shit. It really all depends on your nigga, you think you with 400 followers on Twitter, you think Trump is hearing you say fuck Trump? You could add him all day. He ain't hearing that shit. So when you get a platform like Eminem's platform, you get the opportunity to really hit that motherfucker. And mind you, I'm not trying to take away from the fact that he took that platform and he said some shit. He didn't have to do that. He could have just rapped. He didn't have to do that. But I just felt that it could have been way harder. Personally, I thought it could have been way harder. The other thing too, and we won't, I'm not going to mention names or anything like that because you guys probably already know what I'm talking about. But, some people were saying, well, look, it's interesting that Eminem chose BET's platform to do that on. Like, why use BET's platform? Like, why not use, what do you think? Donald Trump's sitting around watching fucking BET? You know what I mean? Like, why not go on like a CNN or just like a larger platform? Like, why not use one of those platforms to do that shit? And I heard somebody else saying, it's like, oh, it's interesting. Eminem has an album coming out. We know how this camp operates, right? From Eminem down to 50 Cent. Anytime they have a project coming out, they start talking that shit. Remember Bush? Remember that stupid motherfucker? M did the same shit with Bush. Remember Mosh? Remember the Eminem show, that album? Go back, listen to that album. He's talking shit about the president throughout the whole shit. So this ain't nothing new, is what I'm trying to say. Now, again, I'm not saying he shouldn't say it, or I'm not saying it's a gimmick. All I'm saying is it might be. It depends on how you look at it. You know what I mean? I just want to say the freestyle I thought was lackluster. I like the beginning. I like the ending. But fuck, man, this is Eminem, dude. Like, he could have really came up with a lot iller shit. He came up with hotter shit when he was dissing Fred Durst. He came up with hotter shit when he was dissing Cannabis, Benzino, Ja Rule. You know what I mean? Like, come with it already. Like, I get it. Like, when you had the drama with the other rappers, it was, they were taking personal shots at you, at your kids. I get that. But this nigga is fucking up the country that you live in. He's the president of the fucking country. So not only is the president taking shots at you directly because you live in the country, he's taking shots at the whole fucking country. And you get the opportunity to call him out on his bullshit, and you come with that? I don't know, man. My opinion. I want to know what you guys think. Now, the reality is you could probably go on my Twitter, maybe my Facebook, one of them, I can't remember, and you could find me retweeting it with flames. Now, if I'm being totally honest, which I am, I'm not a fucking liar. I did that shit without even listening to it. Why? Because it's Eminem. Because it's fucking Eminem. He ain't gonna put out no whack shit. Well, I'll retract that statement. He has put out whack shit. But the rumblings prior to the freestyle being aired was that he was gonna, go in on Donald Trump. And again, not necessarily saying it's a diss record. Obviously, it was a freestyle, and it wasn't like Trump was coming at him. But if you look at Eminem's history when he is going at someone in that arena, that battle arena, it's fucking flames. So, nigga, I retweeted it with fucking flames. So I'm just putting that out there as a disclaimer in case a nigga comes back and is like, well, you said this shit was fire. Nah, nigga, I thought this shit was fire just off history. But then when I really got a chance to take it, nigga, I listened to it again just now with you guys. Shit wasn't that good, man. I'm sorry. It just wasn't. And the reality is he's kind of fucking falling off. Like, I remember when somebody tweeted that his new album's coming out and he's working with Dre again, and niggas was getting excited. I was like, so? Who the fuck cares? Eminem's working with Dr. Dre. Who the fuck cares? Like, who cares? I would be excited if Eminem was working with, like, I don't know, like a DJ Premier. You know what I mean? Like a large pro. Like a Ninth Wonder. Like, why wouldn't he switch it up? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm waiting for the new album to come out. We're going to take in that album, and we're going to see how that shit goes, man. But with that, let's get into some more music, man. Let's actually, we talking white rappers, so let's play another white rapper. But this one is very consistent. His name is Toxic, and the record is called Deja Vu. The record is actually pretty dope, produced by the Quarter Inch Kings. It's off his album The Weapon, or is it The Secret Weapon? I don't know, but the secret's crossed out. Nonetheless, you can go on iTunes and you can buy the shit, you cheap motherfuckers. And in the meantime, let's take this record in, man. Toxic, Deja Vu.
My hunger is heavy, I could have 120 bars ready at any time. I'm deadly with many rhymes, but I feel like I've done this already. Just let me shine, man, I've been trying to stay on. It's like this whole time I just been writing the same song, stuck in repeat. Yo, every day's just hustle and sleep. I do what would take months in a week. On a regular basis, every day's just dedicated to getting them paychecks. The same around our way, got me like Bill Murray up in Groundhog Day. And I needed to vent, every day's a repeated event. That's why I get weeded again and again. And I'm a beast while I'm holding this pen. But am I supposed to pretend like I don't already know how to sense? I can't hope to depend on soul music. If I gotta go through this all over again, I'm gonna lose it. I feel like I've been here before, already proved that I'm spitting it raw. And I don't even need to finish this bar, man. I give it my all, hoping that I win an award or even get an applaud. It's just, I sit and record, spitting them rhymes, hoping things will be different this time, man. And this is a sign. I give it my focus and I keep ripping opponents, but I'm sick of reliving the moment. It's like I'm living in hell, back to twisting the L's up. Bad decisions, I'm headed for a crash collision with failure. And hell yeah, I'm tired of being part of this cycle of hatred that only gets worse the harder I try to escape it. It ain't cause I'm better than this. My life's like a broken record that skips. I'm fed up with this repetitiveness, it got me pessimistic. I'm blessed with this gift, I'm extra sick with these bars, but I never get a cent when I spit. Only respect that I get, and I can't pay the rent with that. I'm on a negative tip, it got me tempted to flip and commit another senseless act. And I don't even mean to complain, in fact I needed to change, but something always gotta keep it the same. I feel like I've been here before, already proved that I'm spitting it raw. And I don't even need to finish this bar, man. I give it my all, hoping hoping that I win an award or even get an applaud. It's just I sit and record, spitting them rhymes, hoping things will be different this time, man. And this is a sign. I feel like I've been here before. Already proved that I'm spitting it raw, and I don't even need to finish this bar, man.
Right, that was Toxic Deja Vu, produced by the Quarter Inch Kings. Don't forget to YouTube. That's right, nigga. YouTube that motherfucker. There is a video. I believe the video is actually shot by Big Spridax. So go ahead, check that out. Go to YouTube. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to share. You know, I'm a big believer in sharing. You know, despite what you guys think, you probably think I'm, you know, is it selfish? Is that what you want to call me? Right to my face, you motherfucker. No, I'm not selfish. It's just share the fucking product. It's good music, man. Also, again, don't forget to go to iTunes. Don't forget to go to the Bandcamp. The Bandcamp, you can actually go ahead and get that record. I think it's actually, I was on there earlier. I don't know if you could download it, but you could stream the motherfucker. You can do that at the SARS Network, .bandcamp.com. So Toxic, I don't know what's going on, man. I'm actually waiting for you to put out some more music, nigga. That was years ago, so I don't know if you're recording, but definitely you got a fan over here. Another thing too, you guys may not notice, but the nigga actually does have a record with Sean Price, right? So RIP Sean Price. So that's just another reason. If you guys are fans of Sean Price, that is another reason to go ahead and check out that Toxic album. Again, it is called The Secret Weapon, or The Weapon. I have no idea, because again, secrets cross the fuck out. Now with that, you know, this time that we're living in, everything is real sensitive when it comes to race. I mean, shit, this is a hip hop show, and we can't stop talking about race, you know. And this is a time where, like, you know, black people, we gotta, I'm saying, fuck it, we gotta be a unified front. You know, we can, if a nigga's doing something crazy, we call him out on it at the end of the day, right? But we don't do that shit in public. You get what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to embarrass him. For example, if you're out with your girl and your girl is at your family's house and your girl does something fucked up, embarrassing, whatever, you're not just going to chastise her in front of your family. You're not going to do that. You may make up an excuse so you guys could go in a separate room. Fuck, you may even wait until the car ride home, and then you'll say some shit about it, you know, but you'll do it in private. So with that example, if a nigga's doing something crazy, especially in, you know, today's times, we're not just going to blast them in public, right? We're not going to do that shit, right? But at the same time, if a nigga's acting out and being crazy and making us look crazy, do we blast them in public? Now, the person I'm talking about is Waka Flocka. Waka Flocka motherfucking Flame. Check this shit out, y'all.
Not African American at all. My folks is not from Africa. And a lot of people in this room, folks, ain't from Africa. Might be a couple, but people just don't understand. I asked my grandma, like, yo, grandma, what's your background? She like, Redfoot and Blacktail Indian. What? Yeah, my mother and my father, we 100% Indians. Ask my other grandma, we got Cherokee in us, and European and Italian, a little Dominican. It's crazy. I'm like, what the fuck? That's why I'm going to Africa. Y'all look at me funny. Like, nigga, I'm African. Like, you're not, though. Like, you're not.
Some blacks don't want to be called African Americans. Some refer to call as black. So with you saying you're not African American, you're more of the indigenous, your grandmother and your grandparents from the Native American tribes. Do you address yourself as Native American? Do you address yourself as black? Do you address yourself as African American?
I'm other.
So you're other.
I'm uneducated. I'm uneducated. So for me to sit here like a college professor or professor, I'm wrong. I'm uneducated. I'm confused. You know what I'm saying? But I'm damn sure not black. You're not gonna call me black. My grandmother's not Crayola. Like,
So then,
I'm connected to a tribe. I'm from a tribe, not a country. It's a big difference. Different laws, different everything. Like, big difference.
All right. So, Waka Flocka Flame, right? Here's the thing. At the end of the day, there's a lot of people that don't identify themselves as black. Just because your skin is dark doesn't mean you're black, you know? And just because your skin is white doesn't mean you're white. That's a fact. But he said he's confused. He said he is uneducated. He's not a college professor. So here's the thing. Why would you go? This interview is on Sway's Universe, by the way. Why would you go on Sway's Universe? A channel that has over 1 million subscribers. A show that's broadcast nationally. And why would you say some shit like that? Like, what the fuck was the point of saying that? Like, if you are, okay, like I said, if you're not black, you don't identify as black, or you're just legit not black, you just have dark skin, cool. Totally fine. But shouldn't you be able to back that up? I don't know how long Waka Flocka's been out, but he's been out for a minute. And if you don't know what Waka Flocka looks like, he looks like a nigga. He got dreads and all that shit. Got the slang down pat, he is niggered out. And he's been out for a minute. And you've never heard him say anything about this. Not even in his music. Not even hinting to this shit. Now, by the way, I'm not saying that he has a responsibility to do that. Why would he have to do that? Not like Waka Flocka comes out for the first time and he's like, hey, I got a new album coming out. I hope you like the new single. By the way, I know I look black, but I'm not black. No, he doesn't have to do that. But when you come out 2017, you got this platform that you're on and you decide to say what you just said, half the fucking people that think they're black ain't black. You heard him say that shit. And you can't back the shit up with facts. I played you guys a clip, right? Because, this show is not about fucking playing another nigga's show. So I played you guys a clip. Waka Flocka was saying, his whole thing was, he's like, I got books. And then they're like, okay, what book? And he's like, well, no, not like a thick book. You're talking about the internet. He did his research online. Now, I'm not trying to discredit the internet, but I mean, nigga, if you just going off the internet, you got problems, right? Like, if you have a headache and you Google possible, why do I have this headache? Nigga, you're going to get 100 different things as to why you may have that headache. One of them could be a fucking tumor. What does that mean? You have a fucking tumor now because you got a headache, nigga? No, you can't just go off the internet. So the point that I'm trying to make is he did not sound well researched. So why would you do this? Why would you go out there? Why would you put this type of information out there? And then he went on his Instagram and he wasn't backing down from his comments. You know what I mean? He was standing by it, which again is totally fine. Like he said, he looked at his lineage and, there was no black people in his family, but he could speak for him. He should speak for him. Like he made another comment where he was saying like, when Christopher Columbus got to America, like 80% of the people, 80% of the slaves were native to America already. Did you guys hear that shit? 80% of the slaves were native to America already. And they tried to fact check him on it. And he's like, yo, where did you get these numbers? And he's like, it's in the books. It's in the books. You can't, that shit, not to quote Trump, but that shit is fake news. And that shit is dangerous, especially today. So again, just going back to my point and that example, that I gave about your girl embarrassing you and your family and not trying to, put her down in front of your family. Nah, we don't do that. But right now, when it counts, I don't think you can have a nigga running around talking shit like that, man. I don't really think that. I think it was Beanie Siegel. Beanie Siegel started to coin the term, you ain't qualified. Right? You ain't qualified. Nigga, I don't know Waka Flocka. I never met Waka Flocka. I'm pretty sure he's a cool dude, but based on that interaction, I would have to quote Beanie Siegel and say, nigga, you ain't qualified to be speaking on shit like that. If you want to talk about, if you want to get into that and, you know, show your fan base a different side of you, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with an artist growing and allow their, you know, their listeners to grow with them. Cool. But you can't go ahead and start talking about black history and shit like that, and you don't have the facts. The man started fact checking you on the spot, and all you kept on telling him was go to the books. I'm not going to talk about it. You're trying to tell everybody to go to the books. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Well, if I'm on the radio and I say, yo, you know what? I got some inside information and niggas going to run around and start shooting up downtown Toronto. This is a hypothetical, police. Hypothetical. And then people start tweeting me and, yo, who is it? And I'm like, sorry, nigga. Go to the books or go to my Twitter. I'll let you know. Well, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? So I don't know, man. Like, again, I was never really, no, let me be more clear. I'm not a fan of Waka Flocka's music at all anyways. So to me, this shit just more or less put the nail in the coffin as to I don't fuck with this nigga musically. Again, never met him. He could be the chillest motherfucker on earth. And on a personal level, I mean, hanging out type of shit, we could be cool. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like, I almost wouldn't even want to have a conversation with this nigga, man. You know what I mean? It's like Trump supporters. I can't talk to a Trump supporter. If I'm in a room with you and you know, cause like, politics is in the pop culture now, right? It's pop fucking culture now. So that's what everybody talks about. So if I'm in a room with a fucking Trump supporter, I'm not about to have a conversation with you, man. I'm not going to have that conversation. I'm not going to raise my blood pressure, and I'm not going to try to make you understand. It's pointless. We speak two different languages. I speak English. You speak fucking French or Chinese or whatever. We don't speak the same fucking language, man. And at the end of the day, there is nothing that I can say to a Trump supporter to try to convince a Trump supporter that he's an idiot. I can't, because whoever supports Trump, you got eyes, you got ears. I'm assuming you have some common sense. I mean, I guess you don't. But the point is, you got eyes and ears. So you can see all the shit that he does. You can hear all the shit that he says. And that should be enough. You should be able to see that shit and hear what he's saying and be like, damn, I done fucked up. I chose the wrong one. Not saying Hillary was any better, but we talking about Trump. You should be able to see it and hear and be like, fuck, I chose the wrong one. There's nothing I can say. There's no argument that I can make that would be stronger than what he says and does. And if what he is saying and doing doesn't convince you, why am I going to try? Why am I going to frustrate myself? You know what I mean? I'm not going to have a conversation with an idiot, man. I refuse to. With that, you know what I'm saying? Waka Flocka, I don't know, man. I hope you get next to somebody who got a little bit of education and, you know, could kind of school you and guide you to do a little bit of research before you open up your mouth and speak on shit. You know what I mean? Again, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not trying to say I have all the answers or any of that shit. All I'm saying is, nigga, you look dead out there. When they fact check you, you look dead out there. And I encourage everyone to go to YouTube and watch that interview, man. It is literally like at the beginning. It's like fucking 5 minutes in. Again, Waka Flocka on Sway's Universe. Go ahead, check that shit out, man. But with that, let's get into some more music. The homie T Grams. This is what the radio DJs used to say back in the day. They used to call it a oldie but a goodie. And this is Tales of the Block from T Grams Filthy Files, man. I love this fucking album. Dope fucking album. If you haven't heard it, make sure you go to T Grams' Bandcamp and go and download that shit. And buy the motherfucking cheap ass niggas. Cheap motherfuckers. T Grams, Tales from the Block, man. Let's go.
Married to this life till death do us either rich or poor. New niggas, old fiends, they soul inside a liquor store. They need a hot rock to top it off. Before it knocks toxin up the air in the spot, they got a rotten cough. Take a walk in the trap, serve yay stacks made off a pocket of crack. Or take a walk in the cap with thugs really roaming silence. The unspoken rules of the street, them clips beat, we all prone to violence. Or take a walk where I'm at, yo the strip, mine property tax. Get your jewels ripped, lost in the jack. Them young wolves starve walking with straps. Fists waiting for the next Vic, crossing the track. Please, don't take a walk in the back. Them no-face niggas walking in black, they turn your block to a rack. So if you take a walk, it's a rap, walk with your gat. You should fit it as a target and it's off with your hat. Cause these the tales of the block, weighing dope on the scale in the spot, turning coke hard as nails in a pot. These the tales of the block, screw face niggas carrying Glocks. Guns blow, get your area shot. These the tales of the block, police killing, so beware of a cop. Thugs lock, getting mail in the box. These the tales of the block, don't slip on your stair to the top. Options win, cause failure's not. On the block, shorties focus on the twerk team. It ain't funny when her tummy growing cause she 13. These the tales of the block, mother had her at the same age. She in her prime on her 50 shades of gray. Them niggas weighing gay for the dough stack. Crack hot flip the hustle, so they switching up the whole map. The G code embedded where my soul at, hole at. These niggas better know like Bojack. What? Come take a stroll in my life. Where junkie lit mold to a pipe. Them street corners are trife, and them blocks they be colder than ice, frozen like Sub-Zero. R.I.P. on the thug's mirror. Still shit gets hot on this concrete. That long reach, blam and get you tan without the Palm Beach. That concrete brought you through my tales of the block. So if you built for it, stay better bail. If you not, these the tales of the block, weighing dope on the scale in the spot, turning coke hard as nails in a pot. These the tales of the block, screw face niggas carrying Glocks. Guns blow, get your area shot. These the tales of the block, police killing, so beware of a cop. Thugs lock, getting mail in the box. These the tales of the block, don't slip on your stair to the top. Options win, cause failure's not.
Love that fucking song, man. Tales of the Block. I think I said Tales from the Block last time, but Tales of the Block, T-Grams, man. And again, there's a video of that shit too, so make sure you go to YouTube and YouTube T-Grams Tales of the Block. Don't forget to like and subscribe to his channel, and again, share. Look, if you're not gonna buy it, I know shit gets hard. You gotta choose between hamburgers and hot dogs and good music. You know, I get that shit, but at least share it. It doesn't cost anything to hit the share button. And I've had this sharing conversation with many people. No, they don't have to, and they may not like what you like. And nah, fuck that shit. I remember seeing Casanova. He actually put something on his Instagram. It may have been a Vine. I don't even know. Is there a Vine still? I don't even know. Anyways, Casanova, he's like, yo, I'm sick of niggas saying, oh, you know, making up excuses and being all right with your friends not sharing your shit. He's like, nah, share that shit. Casanova 2 times. He's like, yo, if I see, he's like, the next time I see one of you niggas, one of my homies come up to me and talking about, yo, Cass, what's good? And if I look on your fucking Facebook or your page or whatever and I don't see you sharing my shit, he's like, I'm gonna punch you in the fucking face. I'm not saying I'm gonna punch you in the face. This is what Cass is saying. And I agree with that. I don't understand why you're going to go support a stranger, somebody you don't know, wouldn't fucking spit on you if you were on fire. You're going to go buy some shit like alcohol, drugs, which are fine. I enjoy, I partake from time to time, which, whatever. But the point is, you're going to go do all that shit and you can't even fucking click share. It's not even like I'm saying go, you know, make sure you buy everything your homie puts out, although that would be, you know, a fair request. All we are saying is share. That's how things go viral. You know what I mean? Just hit that share button. And you motherfuckers wonder why people pop. When they pop, they just vanish. Oh, yo, he blew up or she blew up and they don't come back and show no love. Nigga, you never showed any love when they was on the come up. You. So that's why when they do blow up and they come back, and you're like, hey, man, long time. They fucking walk right by you. What's that to say? You swerve on them. Can't fucking get that shit. Now, with that, man, let's keep it moving. I want to talk about rape. All right, I want to talk about rape. Rape, but also just like, what are the boundaries when it comes to comedy? Are there any? I mean, I would like to think that a comedian could pretty much say whatever the fuck they want. You know, like they have the license to do that. They have the creative license to do that. You know, like if you're in that setting, you got to take everything they're saying as a joke. There may be some seriousness to it, which I imagine most jokes come from some place, from some fact. But I mean, it's a fucking joke. Like, okay, if you know that this comic says some outlandish shit and you're at their show, I don't think you could be mad. You paid for the ticket, doc. You know what I mean? You paid for the ticket. How could you be mad at that? So even this shit right here, this little tiny baby platform that I have, right? It's not a big platform, but it's a platform nonetheless. Fuck you niggas. Should I not be able to say whatever the fuck I want within some, or rather with context? Like, I'm not trying to offend nobody, but if there's some shit going on in the world, I didn't do the shit that's going on in the world. Should I not be able to speak on that? As long as I'm qualified, Beanie Siegel, should I not be able to speak on that? So with that, and again, I'm saying this shit because, again, just at the beginning when I was talking about my Instagram, like, it's a fucking joke. Like, I'm making a joke. It is a joke. Why are you getting your panties in a bunch? Right? So, I mean, with that, like, Nene Leakes, you guys know, or maybe you don't, I don't fucking know, but the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Nene Leakes, she was on stage and she had a Kramer moment. Check this out.
Y'all motherfucking trying, bitch. I ain't even gonna get to the shame of the goddamn Uber driver. I hope you rape your ass tonight, nigga, and take me home, bitch, and steal your funky Hello Kitty, bitch. Bitch, don't put your on your ass in 5 seconds, bitch. Don't motherfucking try to do no motherfucking ooh up in this.
Yeah, so Nene said that she hopes the Uber driver rapes one of the hecklers that was in the crowd. Now, Nene's not a comedian, so I'm not suggesting for a second that Nene has, or Nene, whatever the fuck her name is, I don't know. I'm not suggesting for a second she has a creative license, to say some shit like that. And that was more of an attack. I don't think that was a joke. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, when I talk about free speech, I think it's free fucking speech. As long as it's not inciting a riot or any type of violence or hate. It's hate speech. As long as it's none of that shit, I'm all fucking for it. Now, when she did this, she I guess she was gonna go on tour with Escape. And she got booted off the tour and probably a whole bunch of other shit happened. Like, you know how that goes. Like, rape is sensitive. And I just thought it was interesting coming from a woman. Like, I really did. And that may sound sexist, but like, I know there are some female comics out there. And again, she is not a comic, but there are some female comics out there that do talk about rape. They do make jokes about it. But again, what she did was not a joke. Right? She was insulting someone and that was harsh, man. So I don't think she had the creative license to do that. But my whole thing is, what if she was a comic? Again, some female comics do it, but what if she was a comic? Do you think she would have lost that spot on the Escape tour? Right? Like, I don't know. Like, there's a fine line, and like, people, they always want to have it both ways, and I think you could only have it one. You know what I mean? So if it's okay to talk about this, it should be okay to talk about that. As long as I'm not for hate speech, I'm not for that shit. You know what I mean? Like, we'll crack some jokes about, racist stereotypes and, different nationalities and things of that nature. But all, of course, in good humor. I have no hate for nobody. But I think, like, when it comes to that shit, I don't think you should be able to attack someone. And the fact that she did lose that, I think it's rightfully so. But me, on a personal level, I make rape jokes all the fucking time. Like, all the time. Literally every single day, I will make a rape joke. And I don't have kids. And, some of my friends would be like, oh, when you have a child, like, I don't think you'd be making those jokes. And maybe, I don't know. I don't have a fucking kid. But I don't think I will stop. Because it is a joke. You know, I'm not wishing that someone gets raped. I'm not, telling them that when they leave my home, I hope they get. I'm not doing any of that shit. I'm just literally making a joke. Right? So, and fuck, there's nigga jokes out there. Y'all white people ain't gonna stop making those jokes. Not never. Right? So that's what I'm saying. You can't have it both ways. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode, the Chop Up episode number 24. Mike Boogie, thank you as always for having us. And listen, you guys can get the past episodes on our YouTube channel. That is The Ignorance Is Free with a Z. Don't forget, man, we're on SoundCloud now, motherfuckers. And we're also on iTunes. So if you have the first iPhone ever, or if you're about to, sell your asshole so you can save up to get the iPhone 10, we're on iTunes. You know that little purple icon that says podcast? All you got to do is type in The Ignorance Is Free. All one word with a Z. We're right there. You can get all of our episodes right there. So with that, don't forget to follow me on my social media. You can follow me on Twitter at I'm Chris Green, all one word. Don't forget to follow me on my Instagram as well. The Ignorance Is Free with a Z. If you don't like what I post, well, the penis, you can suck it. And Mike Divine wasn't here this week, but he definitely, hopefully, will be back next week. The nigga still doesn't have an Instagram. He never will have an Instagram, and he is 80 years old. He's a geriatric. I'm trying to get him around to this new thing called the internet. But he does have a Twitter account, and you can follow him on that, and that is Mike Divine Music with a K, at Mike Divine Music with a K on Twitter. He doesn't tweet, but if you tweet him, maybe, just maybe, he will respond back. Boogie, you are awesome as per usual. You guys don't forget to download the app. Download the fucking app. I don't want to hear that shit about, it's internet radio. Download the app, motherfucker. I know you guys have data. Data's fucking everywhere any damn way. Wi-Fi and all that shit. The app is MaximumFM.ca. Go download the app. Take it with you everywhere you go. And you can check us out every single Saturday between 9 and 10. Between 9 and 10. But like I said, Google The Ignorance Is Free and you can get all the past episodes. With that, Super Nigga Black Powers, we out, and I'm awesome.